feels worth it for Sorakuma.
Kind of curious, though, because it said the scout didn't get the kill, so a villager must have eventually got the final hit there. We might not even need to eventually show this, because it might be 3 minutes later, but that eagle goes down to a Vil most likely. But Mayans, weakness in a standard start is your house right away. So you have to get Loom right away. So you're not really taking advantage of that additional Vil until after the other opponent is loomed, 20 population later. 9 villager start. Becomes a 10 villager start for the Mayans. You're not instantly housed. So Mayans much stronger here in a 9 vil start, in my opinion. Very smooth start for Yo. And I think because of all that, you can be okay with skipping out on the fishing ships.
Do you feel very comfortable in this Civ matchup, though, with the option to add Flemish Militia for Burgundians? Like, it feels like an instant solution to the Eagles, right? And then you just add a range at some point. You can manage that. And you see the second wood upgrade already coming in for the Burgundians. Only they can do that in Feudal Age. And also the dock as well. So Sorakuma is just going to slowly wall up the front side of his base. He's going to expand his eco. He's going to try and catch up to that early eco boost from the mines, which he's already done. And then the Flemish Militia are a serious threat to Mr. Yo. Like, he has to small wall everything. He has to keep all of his archers back to track that. It's just such an easy buildup from Sorakuma. It's an excellent Civ selection here in the Burgundians.
I agree. I think if he is just able to play secure behind this over the next 3 minutes, he's in a really good position. I don't know if it's overly ambitious here, but I think you could maybe slowly wall to kind of protect that pond long term.
I think he will, yeah.
Because he's got his buildings going up along the front of his base. Yo is going to be chasing him for a while here. Eventually, though, Yo is going to make it to your base, so you can't just rely on no military after the Flemish Militia here.
Yeah, you keep them distracted for as long as you possibly can, though. Fletching's not even in yet from Yo, so there's still not a huge threat.
It's a lot of army.
And there's a lot of Flemish Militia coming forward. Yo's going to go for a defensive tower, but now skirmishers being mixed in there too. So good job from Yo to wall off that tower, but I mean, the pressure is on him, and the eco is being expanded at home.
Yeah, let's not forget, these are the first picks for the players, right? If I'm not mistaken, Burgundians, Mayans. So both players had very strong feelings on which Civ was going to be dominant here, but so far,
he's in.
Sorakuma looking amazing to start off his first LAN ever, and that tower is denied by the Flemish Militia.
Yeah, tower a little bit ambitious. Yo didn't see the military coming forward early, and now Yo, first game of a LAN struggles for him. We've seen this before. Sorakuma applying all of the pressure. He looks super ready here, and he's already sniped a villager from Mr. Yo.
He's got 9 Flemish Militia more in queue. He's got 5 skirms more in queue, and it's just this slow cook of a build here for Mr. Yo. He just needs more military, and the main military that he was going to make was all gold military. So he's pushed off of his gold. He's not able to make archers or eagles right now. This is just horrible for Mr. Yo.
And there's the blacksmith from Sorakuma, so he's getting his upgrades. He's finally queuing some more fishing ships. Mr. Yo, 3 archers. 3 archers to stop this. We look at the army from Sorakuma, 6 skirmishers, 11 Flemish Militia. I mean, how does Mr. Yo even stabilize from this position, let alone think about attacking?
Yeah, well, you hope walls will give you some time, because you've got basically nothing. But honestly, I think the Flemish Militia, if they research arson, are going to be through that house foundation pretty damn quick. Now, fletching isn't in yet. The skirms and could be much stronger here for Sorakuma, but I think the core of the buildup is still really, really clean, and he's probably focusing heavily on his economy right now.
Yeah, and he's focusing heavily on production as well. Like, he will make up for the lack of upgrades in sheer numbers. And there's fletching right there. Still, 3 archers for Yo, and he's got double range skirmishers now coming out as he tries to push this away. I think the wall is now coming down from Sorakuma. He's doing it with houses. He's making more fishing ships. He can add a second dock.
It's perfect.
And this is about as perfect of a start as you can ask for a new LAN event participant here in Sorakuma against one of the legends of the game.
I mean, it doesn't seem like he's in the biggest moment of his career. It just seems like it's another day in the office for him right now. It's super smooth. I'm going to add, it is 23 military versus 10. You can continue to pile on the pressure, but I think Sorakuma could start to think about Castle Age a little bit. Maybe invest into some farms, maybe use the market to balance out his res. But yeah, he can actually scale this military very nicely. He just doesn't want to lose half of his army, as Mr. Yo finally getting a decent engagement on the backside here.
Yeah, somehow still alive, right? Somehow still alive. He prioritized the areas like at the back, that wall, so he couldn't get hit on the wood line. Armor upgrade now on the way for Sorakuma. don't know if that's going to be the most effective thing here, but it will help him keep Mr. Yo in his base. The problem for me right now is that he's really not banking res to prepare for Castle Age, and Mr. Yo is.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Yo, Mayans just have a way of staying in these games.
Arson.
And the one thing, even though Mr. Yo's been under a lot of pressure, look at the KD. It's only 3 to 5. So it's like he hasn't lost that many units. He's also conserved his archers nicely. And yes, the second he gets to Castle Age, he gets Bodkinera, upgrades his army. This army is dangerous. And so Sorokuma, he has had the map position, but now his army's kind of separated from each other. They're not all working together here. It could start to lose some numbers here.
Yeah, but he brings more skirms forward. Mr. Yo's resources looking really nice. Remember, these Flemish militia automatically upgrade in Castle Age. So you'd love to be able to keep this number alive and get that upgrade as soon as you hit Castle. He does lose a few of them. Arson did come in behind this. So the house needs to be repaired with 3 villagers. That's not bad damage, even though you're not killing vills.
Thing is, if that archer range doesn't go down, it doesn't matter if it's weak. Mr. Yo can still produce out of it, right? So I think Mr. Yo's, he's in a position where he can actually hold on here. He's going to drop a tower.
Castle Age coming in.
But he's on the way to Castle Age,
Damn, how does he do it? Like, how did he not take more damage from this? It was overwhelming pressure. It's still a good position for Sorokuma. That house at the back does not have enough repairers on it right now. Sorokuma threatening to go in there. He's still killing the archer range at the front. Mr. Yo trying to save that. And Sorokuma is still ahead by 1,000 extra res collected.
Yeah, Yo's done a really nice job to section off different armies here, right? It's been an army on either side. Whether it's a house wall or a tower, he's always had enough resistance. And here he's going to clear this. The Flemish militia, while they are like a strong unit and very menacing, it does cost a decent amount of res, right? And so that's been the difference. And now we see a majority of the Flemish militia go down. I think Yo's back in this game right now.
Another good attack from Sorokuma, though. Dives under the tower as he was taking the fight on the back hill. Mr. Yo forced to go for another tower, and Sorokuma is finishing the wall at home as he's dodging the shots underneath the tower. It's a precarious position here for him. Mr. Yo can clean up this army and then start to push forward.
It's kind of crazy that behind all this, though, Sorokuma's had Bowsaw, right?
Yes.
It's just so, like, an extended Feudal Age game, so nice when you have that upgrade in the Feudal Age, which only the Burgundians do.
Look at the KD, man.
Yeah, Yo's recovered it.
Just taking great fights.
Yo's recovered this to the point where he's going to be with upgrades for 90 seconds before Sorokuma is, and I think Yo's going to be able to do a lot with this, Dave. Second town center, could snipe some fishing ships. There will be exposed villagers on the other side of the walls. This is where this is the first, like the opening was the first true test for Sorokuma. Now it's like, this is where the big boys shine or die right now. It's like, how are you going to hold against Mr. Yo when he has the upgrade advantage?
And Sorokuma is trying to take the fight right now before those upgrades come in, but it's only 7 seconds away until Bodkinero, so he's got to be very, very careful here. Mr. Yo is just going to be picking off the numbers. Now he has to wait, and Mr. Yo wants to pressure while he has the upgrade advantage. University coming down immediately from Yo, so he's going to go heavy into military, try and take that map control, and trying to punish the boom from Sorokuma. As Sorokuma now investing into like fishing lines, right?
Yeah. I mean, ballistics is never bad, right? And maybe the university can help for other things, but I think there's a much stronger argument for siege here. You have 9 crossbowmen. Your opponent has skirmisher. So I really think instant siege workshop from Mr. Yo in the middle would have maybe been a better play here because mangonels are going to be needed if there's going to be skirms out there.
I think he might have been nervous about the potential of those Castle Age Flemish militia just coming out and sniping the mangonels immediately, right? So he wants to take map control. He knows that the pawns will likely have fishing ships on them, so he can shut that down. He can shut down the gold, the stone here at the front side. Ballistics is actually on the way first for Sorokuma.
Look at the upgrades, too.
Yeah, so many.
He's got so many
He even
upgrades.
has heavy plow right now. He got that while he was going up to the Castle Age. And a TC to protect that gold. That's a very valuable position there if he can get that TC up.
Yeah. Yo actually just cancels ballistics. He doesn't go for it. I think it's a correct play. Does make you think, what if he would have gone Siege Workshop initially, but it's the right call now to go for the Siege Workshop. He needs something more than just crossbowmen right now.
Yeah, and he's starting to produce eagles as well. But again, if Sorokuma is walled, if Sorokuma has a town center to protect at the front, and he's got the Flemish militia, I struggle to see what a small number of Eagles can do for Mr. Yo, as Sorokuma thought about this super aggressive Siege Workshop, places it a little bit more defensive, and both players are now just going to have some Mangonel wars in the center.
I'm really curious if there's any value back here. Yeah, because Sorokuma has no clue. He's no clue, but actually there's huge value to be found if he keeps moving. And Yo realizes that army's probably gone through.
There's still a hole. There's still a gap there. There's still a gap there. Oh, no, she didn't build in time, and there is value. And Ballistics is in for the skirmishers. We got the upgraded Flemish Militia. Yo's going to have to bring a lot back to deal with this.
That's so annoying. I think he's got an exposed woodline back here too, Dave. Where it's still there from before, and he has to drop 2 towers. Wow, this is some great value. I think Sorokuma's whole army could just die to these towers. It still forced a lot of struggle from Mr. Yo, but there is a pressure from Yo. He kills some Vills, and he knows there's siege from Sorokuma.
Yeah, there is a distraction, and that opens the door for maybe some good fights here for Mr. Yo, as we see Sorokuma with Ballistics at the back there, sniping farmers. Yo doesn't want to get too close to that Siege Workshop. And Sorokuma still taking advantage of the much better economy behind this. Like, 2K extra res collected for him.
Yo has no choice. He has to push that Siege Workshop. And it's a really uncomfortable situation, but that is your win condition now. You have to take down that workshop, win the siege engagements, and probably drop a castle at Sorokuma's TC, because the rest of your economy is in shambles.
And he's been trying to get the Eagle upgrades. He's trying to make a switch into that. He's got so much gold. Usually you're bottlenecked on gold for the Eagles, but now Mr. Yo only has 6 on food. Yeah. So he can't really produce at all.
I think Yo's going to try and clear this first. If he can clear this, then he can focus all of his attention on the front, and that's a good start. That is not a bad start at all. And there goes Mr. Yo back to the front. Sorokuma's being patient here. He's got 2 Mangonels in there. Oftentimes players are just going to pop out every time they have one, but he's actually waiting. And now he hops out. And now he hops out again.
Yo dodges the first shot. He doesn't dodge the second one, and he definitely didn't dodge that one against the crossbows. And now the skirmishers are running in, and Sorokuma's going to just try and take an excellent trade here. Mr. Yo not landing the shots with his Mangonel, and there's certainly another Mangonel on the way. There's actually 3 Mangonels on the way from Sorokuma.
Yeah, the 3 Mangonels is maybe a bit of signs of the panic, right? But it is the perfect thing for this situation, because you still have to hold the front. There's enough stone for Yo. He knows he's behind right now. And that if he gets a castle up here, it changes this game. We might see the villagers come forward.
Man, Mr. Yo really fighting for this position, but Sorokuma pops out. He gets another one, and Yo can't hang around for too long. The army from Mr. Yo, 11. Sorokuma has doubled him up again, and there's the castle for Yo. As he knows he needs to secure this position, he's sent enough villagers.
Yeah, really nice composition here from Sorokuma, and he sees the castle too. Can he deny this castle? That's a lot of villagers building.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close. He keeps the Mangonel alive. He's killed the Mangonel from Yo. What a start for Sorokuma here in his first ever LAN event.
That's actually incredible micro from Sorokuma. Everything went perfectly there. The Mangonels hitting the Vills, the army taking down the Mangonels, and he might just deny this castle. The percentage cannot be far away. It's 93%. Are we going to have our first castle denied to start the tournament? We will.
It's not going up. It's not going up. And, you know, sometimes you can't see much expression on Yo's face, but right now it looks kind of little defeated. It might go up. It does go up.
But at what cost?
Yeah,
right? But at what cost? Honestly, that micro is insane from Sorokuma. Like, I would misclick the castle there once. I'd lose one of my Mangonels versus the 2. He's done such a good job. Now, this isn't job done yet. But if he just holds now, like that castle doesn't truly damage him, he should have this significant eco lead to be able to get to the Imperial Age. But let's see. Mr. Yo will have plumes. I remember many famous games with Mr. Yo playing with plumed archers over the years. Maybe that's the ticket for him right now.
I think the key for Sorokuma, keep taking the 1-to-1 trades with the Mangonel, if you can get it. And then go on to stone and maybe try and get a castle of your own, just for some security, right? Your eco is so far in front right now. You also want to start thinking about these relics on the side with Burgundians.
Yeah. It's a weird one, though. If you feel you have as significant a lead as you do, you might even just skip the relics.
Yo's going to go for another castle.
Yeah, I mean, he has to.
Sorokuma knows this.
Yeah.
And Yo is going to get real aggressive with this castle. He's trying to win the Mangonel fights first, but that's a huge clear up there for Sorokuma. This is a bad spot for Mr. Yo.
I mean, poor Yo, he's doing the right things. He has to go for a forward castle. He's that far behind, but he cannot win an engagement. And in this, like, 0 ping scenario, this LAN environment, Sorakuma continues to just absolutely crush, and that's going to be another raiding army.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have to do this. He just wins the game if he holds the front, but he's so confident in his play that he's also going for the counter.
Yeah, it's the right move.
Yeah.
It's the right move. You can't let Mr. Yo just focus on this area for free, right?
Yeah.
I know it's very unlikely he gets that castle up. It's very unlikely he wins the game from here. But raids like this are 100% necessary, and you don't need this army on the front side of your Sorakuma.
Yeah.
He's done a fabulous job this game, just containing Yo. And again, Yo's distracted at the back, and what happens? Splat at the front side.
Yo says, get me out of here. Get me out of here. I fought on for a while, but I got to get out of this game quickly. Actually, both players, a lot more micro than we typically see if capture rate is to be believed. But Sorakuma, our underdog, I'd say the biggest underdog out of all the 12 players here, played like a beast to start off the tournament.
Yes, and we had questions about how he was going to handle the environment.
So good.
First LAN event. The question I have now after this game is, are the nerves higher or lower after you take that first victory?
Yeah,
because
well,
suddenly you've got some confidence in yourself.
Yeah, a quote that I heard from Miguel here when we were teamed in Team Game Tournament. Sometimes it's the hope that kills you, right? He told that to me after I had a good moment when we were playing a team game. It's like before that good moment, you feel like, oh, I'm the underdog. I have nothing to lose. But then when you're in a situation where you're like, okay, I should take advantage of this. This is my moment. The nerves can spike. But Dave, those nerves come in the game.
Yeah.
And there's maybe some slight signs of it, but he just kept pushing. I thought it was, from a preparation standpoint, way better than what Mr. Yo had in game number 1.
Yeah.
Like, that's first pick from both. Mayans, Burgundians. Burgundians just looked so good there, and he used it perfectly.
Maybe some learning moments here for Yo as well, right? If he's up against Burgundians with Mayans, he just going one range archers.
Yeah.
And the gold isn't secured yet. Like, there's so much pressure coming forward.
Well,
from Sorakuma.
remember, Mr. Yo banned like 3 civs, which are played in a very unique way. As we see this castle get denied, Mapuche, Incas, all these civs. Burgundians was played so perfectly. Now, from a draft perspective, it's easy to be like, well, why not ban Burgundians, right? But that's just what Sorakuma makes you think because he played that well. So I'm immediately thinking, what's Yo going to go to the drawing board with? He's got Tepui, which is one of the new maps. Think Socotra style. So the outside of the map you can't ever access. You're all fighting on the front. Woodlines, gold, stones, everything, berries, even push towards the front. So I do want to call out here, this map, I think we're going to have a bit of meta evolving over 5 days. I think there's going to be some strategies hidden. I could see, this sounds crazy, but like a really sneaky fast castle, like Romans, Double Siege Workshop Scorpions. I've been theorizing. Every player I've told about this says it's crap. But
Viper especially is not impressed. And he was not impressed.
To be fair, I only told like 2 or 3 players, but I really think like immediate militia, like nonstop army, because you're so
barracks,
close. Like insta barracks could be really good with some civs. But Mr. Yo's not. He doesn't do any of the things I just said.
Yeah.
He's gonna want like a normal, chill game. And remember, Mr. Yo on Socotra loves those types of maps.
Yeah.
I could see him going for any of these civs here.
Well, Tepui, I mean, he's got options for sure, right? Japanese men-at-arms into archers or something like that, or maybe Drush. Chinese, you just, kind of defend with a better eco. Ethiopians, you could get really, really solid pushes with your extra 100 food and extra 100 gold.
Yeah.
And then Sicilians as well. The donjons are always
the donjons could be huge because you're really close.
Yeah.
Also could be ever so slight counter pick as well, right? Like, think about it from Yo's perspective. It's only a play all 3. Let's say you're really happy with Japanese, Chinese, Ethiopians. Sorakuma does some pretty crazy stuff. You just pick up Sicilians at the end there so he can't snag it.
Or maybe for some mind games as well, right?
Yeah, could be. Could be. I see Georgians on Sorakuma's side.
Georgians, I think, is for Amazonia. They're very good there. Portuguese is also potential there. Malay, Romans, not so much. But I was talking to Dark yesterday, and he said Georgians are just fantastic on Amazonia. It makes sense.
They're good everywhere.
It makes sense.
It's like one of those Portuguese and Georgians are perfect for the draft because you can play them on any map, and they're going to be top tier probably. Which is always good from the guessing game perspective too. But I just want to say thanks to everyone for watching. Welcome in everybody. Day 1. Had a hiccup or two this morning, but beyond that, I think everything's running pretty smooth. So welcome everybody.
Well,
Very happy
we
to
don't
be
know,
here.
but
Yeah. I'm
We're
assuming.
just here. Yeah.
I'm assuming everything could be burning down in the back room right now. I have no clue. I'm not stressed.
Yeah.
I'm not stressed. So hopefully viewers are having a good time. We appreciate everyone being here. It's crazy. We were on the rooftop of this building yesterday.
Yeah.
And Dave was like, "It's crazy where life takes you," you know?
Yeah.
So pretty sick to be here, and here we are. Again, this is a new map. It's Tepui. You're very, 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 very close. Yo has already located Sorokuma, and he's going to get the lane. And I think you should be doing this. Every player should be doing this. It's very hard to push in the deer. We'll see this whole journey from Sorokuma. So you choose to push in the deer, you're going to lose 200 food with losing the capybaras there.
One thing that's consistent about all of these maps, and one thing I think T-West did really well when he scripted them, there's a huge priority on scouting early to get the extra resources. You'll see it later on Amazonia especially.
Yeah.
There's so many capybara or like herdables that you can grab. There's so many foxes around. There's so many extra resources. So you can't just sit there like on a lot of other tournament maps and just push your deer.
Yeah.
And have a consistent build. Like you're going to give up so many resources to your opponents as we see Sorokuma sneaking out for a very, very long distance mill over here. Maybe he's counting on the fact that Yo won't find this.
Maybe. I mean, I was not expecting that, to be honest, Dave. But he goes mill before lumber camp. And Yo has gone lumber camp already. Now he's going for the mill.
Maybe he wanted to find some... Are there extra berries on this map?
I don't know if there's
wanted to
extra.
find some
I don't know if there's extra.
Portuguese. There's
I think he
berries
just-
there. Okay, so he wasn't looking for a berry patch.
To
or
be
anything.
honest, I think that's just pure adaptation because where the chickens are and where the deer are can be ever so slightly random. But what I like to scan right now is actually the golds and the stones, and just a reminder where they are. Right, like on the front of everyone's base,
Brutal.
You've got brutal golds and
Yeah.
stones, and that's why Yost picks Sicilians because he wants to go for the donjon. He can build one defensively, make some sergeants to then build more donjons. This could be like a full feudal from him. So very different in build, different styles here. I think that Sorokuma has overall good economy. Cheaper gold units with the Portuguese should help him, but I would be very concerned if I'm Sorokuma that I'm going to lose my gold and my wood line to a donjon here.
What's the opening here for Sorokuma? Because, I mean, in today's Age of Empires 2, 20 populations, still a little bit late for the type of strategy that Mr. Yo is going to go for. It's going to be hard to counter. Is it just going to be archers from him?
I think he's definitely going to make archers at some point. My intuition tells me that if he goes 20 pop, that extra eco added is actually for delayed man-at-arms. I think it's doable. We'll see what the barracks looks like. He's trying to figure it out. He's got more going to stragglers. It's going to take some time.
It's tough to get the wood when you go mill first, right?
But
it's tough to have that wood in the bank.
What I don't want here for Sorokuma, first off, I don't want militia getting trapped between the woodline and the stone there. But I really don't want you just reacting the whole time. Like, I think a little bit of army over at Yo's base attacking some houses, like pressuring his eco, will be valuable. And on that note, it's hard to pressure that eco with the donjon sitting there.
Well, I
isn't
mean,
it?
you see Sorokuma, he's not even on gold right now. He's taking foxes. So he's really utilizing the map here. If he wants to go men-at-arms like you suspect, and there we go. That's an excellent call-out from you.
Yeah.
He's looking around for those foxes, and he's taking all the extra resources on this map because it's so limited.
Yeah.
And it's so exposed, right? And he probably assumes the sergeants are going to come in and cut off his gold.
Listen, a lot of you build order nerds out there, they might be saying, these militia are late from Sorokuma in a very judgmental tone, right? And actually, apparently, Nilly is saying that on the couch to the side. But I like this as Nilly is laughing because I probably use the Nilly tone there as well.
Yeah.
But I really like it because otherwise your archer range comes up. You got two archers waiting for the inevitable. So let's see where he can actually apply pressure. There's the sergeant now, and there's the archer range.
I don't know
for
about
Mr.
these,
Yo.
Tristan. Feeling a little bit late. Feeling a little bit late.
Hey, you just listen. There's, I've the last 2 months I've been real happy with my late man at arms. All right, the extra 2 vills just really goes a long way with my eco.
Well, and he's going to be able to add archers right after this, and again, the foxes are a huge addition.
Yeah, yeah.
The foxes, you'll see them in a lot of these maps. You'll hear them on a lot of these maps.
Oh, yeah.
And combined with the Portuguese discount just means that he can go men-at-arms, he can go archers without having to build that mining camp, and it's just such a tight build here.
The men-at-arms have given Sorokuma initiative, and Mr. Yo has had to chase here. and he's already chasing the player in the series. However, the Man-at-Arms get trapped there, and Mr. Yo is going to box that right back. I think that's really good for Mr. Yo. He does lose some units, though, and Sorokuma gets away.
Yeah, and this is more time Yo is spending at his own base. Again, we saw that last game, right? Sorokuma keeping him penned in, but Mr. Yo takes out another of the Men-at-Arms. He can't get the scout, and Yo wins that trade. And now the archers aren't going to have that frontline unit to take care of the buildings and threaten the sergeants as well. So he's just going to have to be really defensive now.
So 2 things. First is a funny thing. I'm really curious if Mr. Yo will use Auto Scout because the map's so small.
He always does, though.
I know. It's like so small, I don't even know if he'll do it. The next thing is no eco upgrades for Sorokuma.
That thing's dead.
And Mr. Yo's got the farm and the wood upgrade. So Mr. Yo, I thought that he was going to go uber aggressive, but he's shaping up into some walls now, and he's actually going to turn this into kind of an economic game.
Yep.
There's the wood upgrade, as we say it, for Sorokuma. Now he gets some wood income from the berries. So his eco is pretty smooth, and he's still running around with some vills out there. A little risky, but I guess if Mr. Yo doesn't have the scout, maybe it's fine.
As soon as he sees these walls, he knows Yo is going to play a little bit more defensively. Skirms are coming out from Yo. No fletching in for Sorokuma. The Men-at-Arms is helping, but again, Mr. Yo saves that villager, and Sorokuma's army going to be cleared up at the backside here. So Yo will have an opportunity to push forward. They're both trying to wall up, and I don't know if Sorokuma's walls are going to come down in time, but at the end of the day, he's only got 4 skirms really to worry about, right, with a couple sergeants in front.
We have an interesting meta already.
Ooh.
That, you know, it could be due to the maps, it could be due to the balance or whatever, but game 1, we had a player go unique infantry unit, which you can only make when you make in Feudal Age, which only a couple civs have, and skirms. And now we got the same thing here from Yo. And I know that Yo's not really killing anything right now, but I feel like if you're the Sicilians and you have your farm upgrade for every farm, you're fully walled, I feel like you're pretty happy with your situation. A tower from Sorokuma.
Very interesting tower. Usually you don't want to build it quite like that because it's tough for the villagers to get there to garrison into.
Yeah.
But with the way that he walled, it actually works out for him. And again, dude, he's banking on the fact, and especially now that he killed the scout, he's banking on the fact that Yo's not going to come over here.
It's kind of funny because Yo's looking
He's
with that
so
one sergeant.
close. Yeah.
Yo might see the 1 mil and not see the vills, and then assume that the villagers have gone away. But yeah,
this is helping the food count from Sorokuma. It's looking really solid right now.
Does he see the other foxes that are out there too? Because if he sees those 2 foxes, oh, that would be really nice.
Get the gold, go up to Castle Age pretty early. Adding in another Men-at-Arms.
Vodka, you guys don't know this, and neither do I because we don't have a cam on him, but Vodka had a slight grin on his face clicking those foxes.
Yes.
Because he knows how loud they are.
Got a hotkey queued up with that. Sorokuma sending a villager out to stone as well.
Yep, Vodka showing us the foxes like the pro observer he is.
Interesting.
More Men-at-Arms from Sorokuma. He's not canceling production. He's going to actually add more military here.
And does he attempt to cut off this army, or does he just pressure right away and ignore the skirms? You can't really leave them back there for too long, because then they'll come back and clear up your archers.
Well, they are really close, so you might just be able to pressure the base as well. Like, Mr. Yo's woodline is still a problem, but fletching isn't in at all for Sorokuma, so the archers won't do nearly as much as he was hoping for. And he gets himself a little trapped, and Yo senses the pressure and just backs away.
I think he thinks he has fletching.
Yeah.
I think he's forgotten about it. He's trying to pick away at those skirms. Doesn't have that tech. It's brutal for him. He does have decent resources, especially if he finds the foxes in the north, which I think he might have actually found.
He's playing the game like he has fletching, and I think Mr. Yo believes he has fletching because of the confidence.
Yeah, true. True.
Like, this is a man.
And when you see 8 archers, you're not really checking like, oh, does this guy have fletching?
Yeah,
you just assume he has fletching.
Yeah, I mean, there's some real life advice. Just go throughout life acting like you have fletching, guys. Fake it till you make it. But it kind of is nice to research it at certain points so you can start ranging things.
He'll know once the villagers are like just tickled by the damage.
Yeah, let's see. Right here he's going to realize.
Yeah.
But at this point, you might just want to delay it anyways. And he's still making Mr. Yo chase him down. And the micro from Sorokuma is fantastic.
And he's kept some of those archers alive. Castle Age click at the same time for both players. Both of them have walls. Sorokuma taking advantage of some of the extra res on the map. He's got a little bit of The momentum here as his army is forward, and he's sending more out to stone, so he's thinking maybe Organ Guns.
Oh, dude, Sorokuma not having fletching, though, is real painful because it's going to be range units to support the map to eventually drop that castle.
He could be ranging that hole with lightning.
I know.
Oh, tournament nerves a little bit.
Yeah.
Not double checking things, right? He's still doing a fantastic job regardless of missing that tech. Still taking the resources on the outside. He does notice now fletching is coming in for Sorokuma.
Dude, with Yo's army being primarily skirmishers, even if you lose some of your archers here, I don't hate just bringing Vils to drop the castle anyways, because you're not going to lose that much.
Yeah.
If you just plop that castle down right on Yo's ranges, it's risky, but that goes up, that's a game winner right there.
You cut off production. You also take out the gold, the stone, the donjon right there. The only risk, I think, for Sorokuma coming forward is he did snipe a villager, first villager kill of the game, is if Yo had some sergeants in reserve and he hits Castle Age around the same time.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, but Yo isn't doing that, but of course we only get to see that.
Dude, the pressure from Sorokuma these first two games, like, he just refuses to let Yo leave his base.
Yeah, to anyone who's new, they're like, oh yeah, Sorokuma's the one who's been playing in LAN events. Sorokuma's the favorite, just with his confidence. It's been amazing.
Castle Age for both. Where's that confidence when you need a forward castle?
Yeah,
though?
dude.
You know,
Yeah, dude.
like, where is it?
Especially with the timing here. I agree. Maybe if he was in Castle Age 30 seconds before Yo.
Yeah, he also
he could
didn't have the
consider it.
stone. Like,
Yeah.
Cav Archer's now coming out for Mr. Yo. Let's see how Sorokuma manages that. If he does get the castle up, it'll be incredibly difficult for Yo to get damage on Sorokuma's base. And also, Organ Guns are going to be a bit of a threat to any sort of range unit he's going to make. He'll have to go into siege again. Still hasn't been discovered on this side. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's his own Cav Archer, and that's more of a scout than anything to see what Yo is doing. We'll see Yo is adding Cav Archers.
Thoughts on Sicilian Cav Archer? I mean, decent.
I respect them.
Yeah.
But, you know, respect them for now. I think it's more of a now unit long term. They're not the best. But again, if you just mix in Mangonels, I don't really think Organ Guns are that dangerous here. And I think Yo should have the knowledge to know that. So Mr. Yo, we'll see the castle. I think he's got to be letting out a bit of a sigh of relief here that castle wasn't any closer to him.
Ooh, he's found it. He finally found them. 4 villagers over here. Sorokuma's like, I'm going to leave while he's not paying attention to that sergeant.
He found it
and
with
he
the
is going to run
slowest
back. Yep. There's the
Interesting.
siege workshop.
Interesting resources for Yo as
Yeah,
well.
it's so
like,
high.
Yeah.
It's like he's confused on what he needs to make in this situation. He knows
Well-
the Mangonel is priority.
The thing is, on a normal map, you spend your food on Vils, and the game goes on long. But there's nowhere to move on the outside. You can't move out there. So it's like, Imperial Age feels way more valuable. So I kind of like the call. If Yo can click up to Imp, drop a castle, get to Trebuchets.
Yeah.
I mean, what on earth is Sorokuma supposed to do?
Yeah, Sorokuma's going to be busy grabbing the relics, right? He'll probably feel like he needs redemption as well to try and counter that. And that's a big investment that's going to keep him far away from Imp. And Mr. Yo, look at the resources, folks. He has 46 villagers. He's definitely thinking about Imperial Age soon, and he's probably also thinking about that castle, like you said.
Yeah. This all comes back to the Sicilian farms. He's had so much more food on those farms, so he hasn't had to invest into the eco. These are all the feudal age farms, still having all that extra food. And he snipes a monk there. And to me, a lot of this comes back to the castle from Sorokuma. He was planning on a more aggressive castle, and so it's been all Mr. Yo's.
Yeah, the timing just didn't work out for him.
Yeah.
If he had gotten that castle forward, I don't think Yo can pull off a strat like this. It's excellent problem solving from Yo, though. It's very creative.
Yeah.
To just, especially with Sicilians, which isn't really a civ you think of when you're thinking fast imp type of strategy, to go into a castle and then potentially go up to imp and secure that center area of the map is huge.
Yeah, and Yo just full control right now. He's distracting the opponent. I like the micro from Sorokuma, though. He's been repairing the Organ Guns. But Mr. Yo needs to get his castle up. Is he getting his castle up? There's Organ Guns over here. The Mangonel's out of position.
Burp.
Mr. Yo.
Yo, is this a repeat of last game? Mangonel is very, very, very strong against organ guns. He probably just needs to pull the villagers away until he can clear that up. And Mr. Yo did not build the second Castle Age building. He was counting on this castle, counting on this going up, and then he can click up to Imp, and he's floating a lot of res now because of it.
I mean, he will probably get this castle up. It's Sicilian builders. They will build a castle faster. He cleared up most of the army. He only lost 5 vills. But now Sorakuma should know as well what that means.
Redemption coming in for Sorakuma. He's not going to prioritize Imp himself. He's going to go for some more farms behind this.
Okay, hear me out.
Hearing?
You can't go Rams if you're Sorakuma. You can't go Imp.
Yeah.
Petards. You got to take that castle down. Petards. Petards and monks.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't love it.
Hey, listen. I feel like I've said the exact same thing to you when you've suggested petards over the last 10 years. But my instinct would tell me ram that down. You can't ram that castle down.
No, you can't because the Siege
Mangonos.
Workshop is behind it. Yeah, but you're also not getting really any value from Redemption unless you're planning on going for a huge side push on Yo's base, and that's really not going to work because Yo's already sniffed that out. He's got his Mangonels over here. Like, this is the type of thing Yo would do in Sorakuma's position. So he knows that he's going to try and mix it up.
That was dirty micro. Those organ guns should be dead. This is impressive. Imp is such a crazy call for Yo. It's such a good Imp time.
The problem solving here was really, really good from him.
I think Sorakuma will not expect Imp from Sicilians like this.
No,
like,
he won't. No.
Even
with the castle forward?
Yeah.
Like, he will just assume that Yo is on stone anyway to make some donjons or something, and then he floated enough to build a castle.
And he's going to try and go Imp himself, which is 100% the correct call.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he's going to expect this Imperial Age time. We might even see a reaction. I don't know how animated Sorakuma is because we don't see him at these LAN events.
Yeah.
But like he might be a bit in shock when he sees Imperial Age.
To be fair to Sorakuma, he's done an excellent job banking the resources, and he's going to actually have a pretty good Imperial Age time himself. Plus, he's got Bomber Cannon advantage over Sicilian.
Yeah, so
true. Yo's got about 3 minutes to do some significant damage.
But dude, like the Trebs can sit underneath Yo's castle and range the castle and the TCs. Like you don't have to go that far.
What's the follow-up unit from Yo? Does he consider like First Crusade?
I think he is considering it, because he built the barracks, he got squires.
Ooh, that's a dirty donjon over on the other side.
Dirty Donjon sounds like a really weird band name.
Yeah, that's a great band name. Or it's a drink. It's the name of a drink.
Dirty Donjon sounds like a drink at a pirate.
It comes in a tower.
Bar. Yeah.
That is a really good position for Yo to take over on that side, though. Sorakuma goes to the castle on the left. He's probably going to lose the castle in the center, but he does have stone, and he is getting masonry.
Yeah.
So maybe he's planning on just holding this.
I'd like to see the Imp TC. It might have been shown. Just because.
On wood. Ooh.
Okay, so that's the MTC. So you got 2 TCs under fire right now. And the wood is all towards the middle. You can't go to the outside wood. Okay, that's your outside wood right there.
So that TC is being ranged by a donjon and a Mangonel? No, it's hitting the houses.
Yeah.
That's the handcard TC, okay. The other one is
Yo doesn't have any additional stone right now. So he's just making trebs from one castle, but that's going to be multiple trebs. He might miss out on his blacksmith, though. Sorakuma's sneakily converting it. Looking to break through.
So what's the follow-up here from Yo? Because it's been a very nice, very nice imp timing here from Sorakuma. And like I said before, chemistry, Bomberkin has kind of wrecked Sicilians in this position.
I don't hate light cav. Your opponent's going monks. You're not seeing a whole lot else. You have food.
It's a long tech switch to make, though.
Pikeman.
Now with Pikeman.
That's interesting. I think he's expecting... He must be expecting... Light cav or maybe it's a misclick. Oh, arson. That's also surprising. Hold on, I think he just queued up something behind the trap.
First Crusade.
Behind the trap.
I think he's got First Crusade in there.
Yeah, there
so
it is.
He'll add 2 more TCs real quick right now, Mr. Yo. You need a couple more town centers. He's only got 3 at the moment.
Yeah, so you get 5 sergeants per TC you have built when that tech completes.
Yeah, and it's a long tech. It takes a very long time. Sicilian TCs go up very early. He's not going to get a ton of them. I question if it's going to be enough. He has taken out the 1 castle from Sorakuma. Sorakuma is waiting for chemistry to come in. He's only got 1 Treb on the way, and all the relics are being brought back to a safer monastery.
That's hilarious, dude. That's hilarious. Those organ guns are going to be really valuable.
He canceled First Crusade.
Those organ guns are going to be really valuable, but not when they're dead. The Mangonel will clear the entire army. There was a monk there as well. Sorokuma under too much pressure right now.
Yo canceled First Crusade.
Wow.
So he saw that Sorokuma lost that castle. He's clearing up the organ guns over here. He knows he has really good momentum and a really good position. Nothing threatening coming out from Sorokuma, and he's like, I'll put this res into more vills.
Yeah,
He's got
more
4
Trebs.
TCs now. 5th TC on the way. And then
Hey.
eventually he can click First Crusade.
Yeah. I mean, Dave, the Trebs just made such a difference.
Yeah.
It has been Trebs and Villagers. Like, that's been the difference for Yo. And the 1 or 2 Mangonels. But Fast Imp was 100% the right call.
That's a crazy decision to be made in that situation for Mr. Yo.
Yeah,
like
to
you
cancel
just
that?
got to Castle Age,
Oh, yeah.
and your opponent has a defensive castle, and you don't even have enough stone to make yours yet, and your decision is to immediately go fast in.
Amazing.
Crazy.
It pretty much won in the game.
Yeah.
Like these trebuchets are just way too strong. And we will have some monks. The other benefit of First Crusade is you get some conversion resistance
Yes,
as well.
and he's getting devotion.
And he's getting
too.
devotion. So he's going to have like the double conversion resistance on all this military. That's about to arrive. We're about to have 25 military units instantly for Mr. Yo.
And it's 101 villagers suddenly for him.
So
Such
many.
a solid economy. This is the Yo that we expect, right? This is the genius of AoE 2, and I mean, this is a position that Sorokuma, even with 4 relics, just can't come back from.
Yeah, you can't get to the Trebs, dude. He's housed. Like his eco is just completely all out of sorts here. Sergeants are going to start to spread
Oh, it's a
out and run
mess.
into these different positions.
It's a
and-
mess over here.
Oh god, that's so painful.
Still missing some upgrades from Mr. Yo, but I mean, this army is dangerous enough, and the TC is just tickling them.
Yeah, the other side as well. This is what, 5 of them?
Yeah.
We got the other 15.
Well, good luck
or 20
converting
over
these
here.
as well for these monks.
And the Trebs, look at how lonely those Trebs are for Sorokuma on the left side. Super exposed. Likely they get taken out as well as the villagers.
Great job from Mr. Yo.
Yeah.
It looked dicey there for him. He was being held in his base. Sorokuma maybe has the better late game civ as well with the Portuguese, especially with this matchup. And Yo just takes it to Imperial Age much, much earlier, and he has been steamrolling with these early Trebs and now First Crusade, and he's also got 113 villagers versus 51 from Sorokuma.
Yeah, Sorokuma is fighting on. Hasn't lost yet. You know, it's not a great feeling to be losing at a land. It's his first time, but I think he's banking on a little bit too much. He's hoping for hand cannons to be the difference maker, but
Where are you running to?
yeah, you're gonna have nothing left.
There's absolutely nothing here. No TC gaming. He's got 2 monks. He's got some hand cannons now, so he still believes in the tech tree. I don't think he would expect Yo to have 120 villagers at the moment.
No, and I don't think he ever expected Sicilians in the first place.
Elite
And
sergeant.
he
Yikes.
was surprised to see Imp from Yo. It was a masterclass build. Super smooth.
Great adaptation. All the way around. Like, you could see what the plan was for Mr. Yo initially, and then he switched into the full walls.
Yep.
And then, based on what Sorokuma was doing early Castle Age, Sorokuma is sending all of his eco to take out this Trep.
They've got nothing else to
Bro,
do.
there's 3 more as well.
They've got nothing else to do. Mr. Yo, here he comes. He's coming for more.
He's out for blood.
He's coming for
He's out
more.
for blood.
Somebody stop him.
Bombard cannon also taking out the Trebs.
Yo's gonna be like, okay, I mean, congrats, you took my Trebs down.
He did take them all out.
Dude, look at the military.
Look at the pop.
Well, forget that. Look at the military pop. Don't look at the Vills. That's cheating.
I'm just, Yo has tripled up on Sorokuma's population right now. We
Again.
do have 4 relics, though.
Yo,
is something.
Yo hasn't made a single skirm.
It's
So,
fine. He's about to make a lot.
Sergeants do die to hand cannons. They are close. So all of Yo's Vills could maybe disappear quickly. Very quickly, it would have to happen, but... I'm just saying, Yo is no wood. So if he's hard committed to sergeants,
Yeah.
this actually could get kind of weird.
I mean, he's got 1,400 gold. He can figure it out if he needs to, right? 3 on wood is a wild stat right now for Mr. Yo, though. Like, you have 128 villagers, brother.
Yeah.
Stop taking the
He's
chickens.
taking chickens. My man wants his chicken. All right, sergeants will get converted.
Damn, dude, Sorokuma. I mean,
He's
just
got a
slowly,
chance.
He's slowly building up an army. I mean, the eco's not looking great.
Yeah. But morale is still high somehow
Morale
for Sorokuma.
is high.
I think Yo's got time. And the fact that you don't reseed your farms that consistently is huge for your wood count.
Okay.
But,
so
I mean, here we go.
here
The
come
sergeants are getting destroyed.
And Cannon's doing very, very well against them. Like I said, late game tech tree for Portuguese, especially in a confined area like this, going to be superior to the Sicilians.
But even losing one bomber cannon is so bad here.
Oh, yeah. And Yo will toss away 30 units to get one bomber cannon.
Yeah, yeah.
And he still hasn't killed it. That's crazy.
Well, you can maybe get it now. Dives in again. That's a lot of military. Victoria from Sorokuma. Let's go, dude. Let's go. We got eco.
Within range, within view of Mr. Yo's units. And Mr. Yo's like, no, dude. We're going for a castle. Sorokuma taps out. Spirit of a warrior right there to continue that one. But like we were saying earlier, amazing adaptation from Yo.
Yeah.
You can just tell he's been around for so long, right? He's so calm. The decision making there to go imp was not one that I think a lot of players make.
Agreed. Even picking Sicilians there.
Yeah.
You lose your first game, you go for Sicilians, game 2.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild to me. But that, like, this whole series is both the beauty of Mr. Yo as an Age of Empires 2 player and sometimes the disappointment, right? Game 1 happens. You look at the draft. His first pick looked horrible.
Yeah.
He goes down. You're like, that is such a Mr. Yo draft.
Yes.
Now this happens. You're like, that is such a Mr. Yo draft pick right there. I love it.
Look at the eco. Like, you can see right there when Sorokuma gets to imp, you see that graph go up wildly for Mr. Yo.
Stonks.
That's where he canceled First Crusade, and he's just like, I'm going to boom, because there's no threat here from Sorokuma. Once they take out that first castle, he's only got the castle on the left side, I don't really have to worry about it at all.
I think Sorokuma had a little bit more army to hold the map, maybe fletching earlier, take slightly better engagements. That castle goes up further forward. And if that castle is even 10 tiles closer to Yo, that's where a lot of those resources were. This is a very good game and a very good intro to what this map is for everyone who hasn't seen it before.
Yeah.
So I expect we're going to see a lot more of the same. I don't know how much Sicilians we're going to see, but maybe a bit of a new meta forming.
Yeah, I don't think that Sorokuma necessarily played this game badly.
If he denies this castle, it's game over.
Yeah, and if he gets the castle forward as well somewhere,
yeah.
it's probably game over as well.
Imagine if he had his own mangonel or one knight there. That's game over. So it was a really good game from Sorokuma. But
excellent adaptation though for Mr. Yo. Just crazy.
I think at the start of this, if we say Sorokuma snags a win in the play all 3, he's overall pretty happy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But now I think with how the series has gone and how Sorokuma
This could
started,
go either way.
Yeah, I think actually there'd be disappointment if Sorokuma now loses 2-1, right? I think he's really going to want this. This should be his map. That'll be Amazonia. This will probably be our longest game of the series, based on how short
This is
some
one
these
of the
games have been.
longest maps. Judging by the qualifiers, this is like the longest map in this pool.
Yeah. So with that in mind, I think my thinking is you have to draft towards the late game potential. Georgian's a very good late game. Roman's, in my opinion, kind of
Yeah, I don't think
Malay,
Romans are really
Malay, very good late game. So I think maybe Georgians or Malay.
I
for
think
Sorokuma.
Georgians is probably the play here, right? Malay, you could get timings, but you have to fight land and water here, and you have to have a very good tech tree on both. Georgians have a decent enough water tech tree, and then on the land, the towers are disgusting.
Yeah.
Especially due to the fact that 2 of the civs that Yo has, which he's likely to pick here, do not have bombard cannon.
Yeah, that was my thinking with Malay versus Georgians. It was strictly, I think I prefer Georgians in the mid game, but if you reach the stage where you don't have bombard cannon, you could feel stuck. And then like Ethiopians on the other side are super good with bombard cannon. But
I just don't know about the start for Ethiopians,
Same.
right?
But also like Mr. Yo's a pretty slow starter. Like all his Sicilians don't have a lot of early game bonuses, but he plays towards the late game stuff. So
one thing with Ethiopians that would be underrated on this map, like scouting plays such a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Sending a villager out to just make a line of outposts and you get that huge extended vision with Ethiopians could be a really underrated.
One of my biggest pet peeves is when pros don't build outposts.
Oh my, with Ethiopians.
And
oh my God, I know.
Especially with Ethiopians, dude.
Dude, when I'm playing in a team game and I have Ethiopians, I'm like all caps to my teammates. I'm like,
Outposts!
Ethiopian bonus.
Yeah, outposts.
Well, we have Georgians against Japanese. So Mr. Yo has gone for the good early start. Also great towers for them, similar to the Georgians. If we're going to lock down the map late game. He should have a slightly better water tech tree than the Georgians, too, if he takes control of that. And then the fishing ships as well.
Also, late game, dude, like Japanese halbs, incredible to neutralize any of the cav from Georgians. Japanese cav archers, +2 attack versus, other forms of archers. So I think Japanese are actually an insane pick
And the
here for him.
Trebs, if you get a big Treb stack, can just roll around and snipe all of the spawn towers.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got the players scouting the outside. So they start on this island here. You can get the extra food. I don't know if Yo, used a resource hack or whatever. He found a lot of capybaras out there, man.
A lot of it is just luck, but you can also, scout in a very deliberate way on one side.
Can we see
and
a scouting?
bring in a lot of those.
Can we see a scouting? Okay, so he scouted a big
so
circle
there is a ton of capybaras on this map, and like I said before, T-West just did such a good job of designing these and making players prioritize scouting early instead of just pushing. Sorakuma, I'm wondering where his scout is at the moment. He's gone to the same side as Mr. Yo. That's a little bit unfortunate for him.
Yeah, so you're going to eventually want or need to take resources off of this island. You're going to have to cross the bridge, but you have both directions as an option. So scouting is huge, and I think key for both players to scout it, but especially for Yo. If Yo wants to go for Man-at-Arms, it's a slow military unit. You kind of need to know where that where your opponent's going to be.
Yeah, I think it's just water focus here, right?
Could be.
I don't believe you can get that much value from Men-at-Arms because when they actually move out, it's a little bit later in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
So it'll probably just be water focus. Tato was discussing this map the other day, and he was saying he really likes to build a tower defensively behind his docks so they can't really pressure. And also, with the changes to the fishing ships garrisoning and the arrows doing less damage, and you can't do it in Dark Age, it's kind of changed the meta a little bit from what we saw earlier on these.
Yeah. We got 5 fishing ships for Sorakuma. He's going to be on the way up. Now, when I think military with Georgians, I would typically expect a scout opening. And
he's
Mr.
going out
Yo,
right away. Okay.
he's leaving his capybaras. Also, the pathing. Oh,
I mean,
okay.
you don't really need those, right? If he's going to play water, he's going to need wood, basically.
I really hope there's a small percentage of people watching right now who used to use this scenario editor and build bridges, build maps with bridges.
The scout's going to get in. Mr. Yo turns around.
Yeah. I used to make scenarios. I'd have a massive hill with 1 million bombard towers and Teutonic Knights and Cataphracts and Jaguar Warriors on one side. And then I'd put just a bunch of unupgraded feudal age archers and spears from the AI on the other side of the bridge. And then I would just click test and I just feast.
And I know you really well. So I think that the name of the maps would be like Tristan's Ultra Cool Super Bridge map.
No.
Version 1.
No, it's literally just cool map. It starts with cool map. Cool map! But then you'd have multiple cool maps. So then eventually you add the other adjectives.
Tristan's Super Ultra Cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was probably
map.
version 12. Yeah.
See the capybaras? They're just gonna be chilling.
Yeah, they're friends, not food.
Save them for later. Friends, not food. Exactly.
So it's gonna be fires from Sorakuma out of 2 docks. Reaches feudal age slightly faster. Scout HP is actually similar there.
I don't like the fire opening. I really don't like the fire opening for Sorakuma. It just gets so hard countered by the Hulks.
Yeah.
And it was funny. I was watching Tato play against Jordan on this map yesterday. And Jordan had a couple Hulks, a couple fires. Tato had 4 Hulks. And he just completely ignored the dock arrows. He completely ignored the Hulks from Jordan and just ran right through all that damage and sniped the fires and then left.
Yeah.
There was nothing they could do about it.
It's so tricky, though, because if you get... Hulks are the superior early ship, right? But Hulks do no damage against the docks. So if you are winning the water, it's hard to take down the docks.
I think when you're this far away, though, you can't be thinking about taking down docks already.
Maybe.
You just have to open Hulk. They just have more damage output. He's already sniped the fishing ship. The docks aren't doing that much against him. He can maybe snipe some villagers as well. And if he ever gets the engagement against the fires, it's going to be huge. Fire Galley is the opening for Sorakuma, but you're going to need quite a few galleys to manage the numbers here for Mr. Yo. I think it's better to open Hulk first, then fire if your opponent's going galley, and then you start massing up galleys behind.
Yeah, I wonder. Like, obviously, the water matters hugely because they're both committing to it. But at what stage of the game, if the water is 50-50, does someone make a pivot and switch off of water?
Yeah. Hulk's also in the center, trying to cut off the reinforcements. You can see that Sorokuma can't really hang out near that dock for too long. And Yo is coming forward with more Hulks on this side. Sorokuma is now housed, so a little bit of problems here with the early build. He's going into the corner here, but he has to worry about the other Navy from Mr. Yo trapping him into the side.
This is a bit of an issue, potentially for both players, but you can't pass back there. So those Hulks get trapped by the galleys.
Without fletching and without numbers on the galleys, like they're just not doing enough damage early.
Yeah, you see Yo dive now. Yo feels like he's got him trapped, but I don't know, man. We're still figuring things out.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan in general of high-level players having ranged units. And so I feel like the galleys is add that extra level of micro potential. But Yo's really like tripling down on the fires as we say that.
So he's got a lot of villagers on these capybara, and he doesn't care about overkill because he's just got so many of them there.
I'd like to see Yo scout right now. It's a very specific thing, but this is now... Okay, so like now he should know that there's some economic expansion there.
Yep. And they're both going to be on the same side too.
Yep. Huge. Resources looking pretty good for Sorokuma. He's going to move out. Still doesn't have fletching yet. But even without fletching, you take down the Hawks pretty quickly.
The fires are a different story.
Yeah, fires are a completely different story.
Has to be very careful about those. And now he has to add in Hulks himself. Still only one fishing ship has gone down here. Mr. Yo with a little bit of extra idle TC, though. So the villager count is in favor of Sorokuma.
And resources should be balanced to go up to the next stage. And now, with the Hulks in front, now Yo's got to think twice about this potentially, but he's still got so many units there.
Well, the good thing about the fires is they have a little bit of extended range, right? So if your opponent's attacking your Hulks, your fires can damage things over top of them.
Yes.
And Mr. Yo is very confident in that. And he just takes this fight. And now the galleys are kind of in a precarious position. He's going to have to run away from that. He takes out another Hulk as it comes in. And the production still coming in from Mr. Yo as he's hunting down these galleys in the center. Just more Navy for Mr. Yo. And the galley number just isn't there.
I like everything about Sorokuma's thought process, but you got to get fletching on your galleys, right? You got to get fletching. You telegraph you're going galleys, maybe add in a few more Hulks. There's a lot of weak ships from Yo that Sorokuma didn't end up sniping, and now his ships are going to head on home.
Look at the resources for Yo as well. He's ready to go up. Sorokuma lacking the gold.
Yeah, he has to produce Navy to stay on water. And Mr. Yo, it's slow to start, but maybe it was just a fast start from Sorokuma, but this is the Mr. Yo that we know and love. He's looking really good here, and one loss isn't the end of the world. If he could win this 2-1 here to start off the group stage, I think he'll be fairly satisfied.
I just feel like every single time I see someone go into galleys, they end up in a situation like this where they just get overwhelmed by sheer numbers of Hulks and fires early.
Yeah.
Like you got to go into them later, I think.
I think as well. How many docks have we had here? Has it been 2 the whole time for Sorokuma?
3 for Yo, and it's...
I think it's
2 for Sorokuma, yeah.
I think Yo did a really good job just producing.
Well, that's Japanese as well. You're saving a little bit of wood on every single lumber camp.
I think Yo finding an entire village of capybaras definitely helped his eco transitions too. Like he had 3 generations of capybaras there.
Of capybaras.
It's like I mean, Sorokuma had a decent amount as well, to be fair, but he didn't collect nearly as many. You can see they're still on the outside there.
He does see them, though, because he scouted over there with a capybara, so his scouting does cover it, and he will find those earlier if he wants to expand that way. Right now, the issue for him is just going to be this Castle Age timing. Yeah. Getting that ship upgrade, and he's still only sitting on 2 docks with only 5 Hulks. Like, Yo's got enough fires and Hulks right now to just send that in and completely wipe.
Yeah, I mean, and the fires will destroy the docks very quickly, too, so you have no recovery time.
Yeah.
The other thing to point out, now that you're committed to Hulks, you can get the melee upgrades. That applies to the Hulks, and that would help you here. But it feels like if he had the galleys and the Hulks, he's in a good spot. But now it's going to be mainly Hulks, which gives the opportunity for Yo to either match the Hulk numbers or switch to galleys.
Yeah,
Yo's in a good spot.
Sorokuma is just going to have to try and hold his docks and then expand his eco elsewhere.
Yeah.
There's no real, until he takes a great fight defensively and Yo makes some mistakes, there's no real potential for him to actually push back on water here.
Yeah, I think Yo should just fight the second these warships get upgraded.
Yeah.
I don't think you should waste any time here. Just make the move.
Fishing
And he
ships
might
are
be
no
able to
longer
corner him.
over here as well, so he can't really
Yeah.
garrison the dock. He brings him back now,
Oh,
but that's
man.
not a good position for Sorakuma over here. He's going to try and weasel his way out of this. He might actually manage to escape.
To be honest, I think it's amazing escape. I think he's still going to lose water.
Yeah.
But Yo could have easily trapped him. That could have been a full clear. Now at least there's a little bit of a distraction. And he's just trying to prevent
10
any
seconds
additional
away.
fishing ships from Yo.
10 seconds away until the upgrade comes in. He's done the full loop. Mr. Yo still taking down that dock over here. Still only 2 docks for Sorakuma.
Wow.
Still no second town center for him either, and Mr. Yo has already added one of those.
Yo's got horse collar for farms. Bosaw's in. Yep, monastery might come up for relics. But I think if Sorakuma wins this game, we will look back to him not immediately losing water. Like, that was a big advantage for Yo, and Yo could not trap him.
Man, it's fights like this where I wish demo was more viable. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I agree.
As Yo is now adding in war galleys behind.
Yeah.
So he feels like he's got enough units in front. He's going to get that backline unit in there, the range unit for war galleys. So once he does take out the docks, he can control all of the water in the center. But that also asks for more technologies to come in, right? That's more investment for Mr. Yo. So he really wants to control that water.
Yeah, I think both players are aware that the other is off to the right side.
This is a horrific mule.
Yeah, the mule cart is horribly inefficient. But we haven't seen a push or anything. It's probably just going to be town centers for now. I like this. Sorakuma is looking for a monk to stop the relics from being brought in, but there's already a spearman out there for Mr. Yo.
Can we see Mr. Yo's scouting, just in general? So he hasn't even looked on the other side with his scout.
Yeah.
That is not typical for him.
I think he healed it up because it was weak, maybe?
Maybe.
Scout for Sorakuma
I mean,
is active
healed
in
it
the
up
middle.
with what?
No, he didn't. He didn't heal it. I was wrong.
Oh, nice block from Sorakuma. Yo's trying to get the monk. I don't think he will. He does. Oh, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was the difference right there. Sorakuma was starting to get relics. And so now that Scout goes down, Scout has actually been forgotten as well when
so
Mr. Yo
huge for
takes the
Yo.
trade. That's so nice.
Massive for Mr. Yo. Now he can collect those relics for free on the other side. He's briefly housed here. He'll get that sorted out as he tries to get Bodkin Arrow now for his war galleys. And it's only going to be 1 dock from Sorakuma. Sorakuma tries to come forward and snipe the fish. That's some value, but Japanese fish,
Yeah,
they
Japanese
don't even
fish.
die.
That's a beauty. It gives you a little bit more time to react. And while Sorakuma did a good job delaying the inevitable here on water, I think that now is when it becomes very clear he has no chance on the water.
And he knows that too, which is why he's adding that 3rd town center.
Yeah.
He's like, I have to expand my eco on the land. I'm going to have to win this on land. Maybe you can sneak back on water at some point, but I just need to invest less than Mr. Yo there and more on my eco on the land.
But you really have to evacuate anything near the shoreline now,
Yes.
right? So that starting TC, those vills that are there,
You
like
also
that.
might want to get a foothold on the other side.
Well, actually,
while you can.
the farm. I got to take that back. The farms are actually safe back there because the bridges block you, so you do have that. But anything on the forward shoreline is going to be concerning.
God, this has to be so frustrating for Yo. It's like, why won't you just die?
It's like 50% of viewers when they're playing against AI. Resign! But
There
no,
we go.
it's what you got to do. You've got to keep him on the run. You can't just let him get the free win on water and add the fish boom. And the eco count is still even. The score is going to be higher for Yo because of all the ships and the kills here. But Yo's been